Good morning. This is Dr. Matthew Johnson here in SOHA, the Southern Oregon Habituation Area. It is Sunday morning, December 29th, 2013. It is approximately 10 a.m. I'm here with Johnny Manson. This is his first time here in SOHA. And by the way, for those of you who don't know who Johnny Manson is, he's the individual that set up the Sasquatch Summit, yay, over on the Washington coast in the month of November. I wanted Johnny to give you his perspective of his first night in SOHA.
Oh boy. Last night we set up base camp. It gets dark, and build a fire, talking, and a rock hits the truck, the Suburban. That freaked me out.
The top, right?
Yeah, a
kind
rock
of
hits
skipped.
the top. Yeah, and ting, ting, ting.
Yes.
And that's when you said, "They're here."
They're here.
And that really freaked me out, because there's nothing up here. There's no animal sounds. There's no birds, and we start hearing noises right outside of base camp, just beyond your vision, and stick breaks and shakes and just noises that we weren't even hearing in the day. It was quite the experience, because it was pretty it's like they surrounded us, and whatever it was, and we finally went to sleep, went to bed, hit our cots, and more noises would occur. I didn't sleep much last night because, to be honest with you, I was kind of scared.
You were a scared little girl, right?
Well, not a little girl, but I was scared.
I heard you crying.
No, that wasn't me crying. That was you crying, because it was so cold.
That's right. 26 degrees, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
And to my right, I would hear like a little kid whispering. I'm just like, my gosh. And then I'd hear like just a faint clack, like a rock clack, just a real faint, like they were trying to do it really quietly. And then I would hear like a stick break. And it seemed to me that they were going in circles doing this, unless there were a whole bunch of them just kind of waiting for their turn to go, because it went into a cycle. And about 15 minutes later, I'd hear another like little kid whisper. I'd hear a slight, real faint, "I'm going to be quiet," click, and then another snap. I would hear other things going on at different areas, different degrees of base camp, but I couldn't quite hear, because my ear would be covered up, or other noises would be covering what was going on.
Are you implying that I was snoring?
No, but
I'm hurt.
All night there were things going on, and I couldn't explain them unless, I mean, it's just that the forest came alive around us, and it wasn't bears, it wasn't deers. I mean, it was footsteps and running, and I heard a tree push, and that really freaked me out. I heard that at about 11 or 12 o'clock, and it was kind of distant.
He's not talking time, by the way. When he mentions time references, you're mentioning on the perimeter of the base camp.
12 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
okay.
That kind of freaked me out.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, something woke me up. I thought it was at my foot of the cot, and it kind of went, "Hey!" And it was like a little kid, a little girl, just, "Hey!" And that woke me up. So I'm a really light sleeper. So all these noises kept waking me up, and it was just incredible.
Awesome.
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Well, did you see eye shine at 2 o'clock last night?
I think I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. And
that was creepy.
And were you impressed with the fact that, I mean, didn't we hear possible talking last night coming from the 12 o'clock position where the food bowls are about 150 feet away from base camp?
Yeah, we heard some talking, but then overnight I heard talking more to my right.
To your 3 o'clock position,
Yeah, the
on
3
the
o'clock
perimeter.
position.
Yeah.
And it kind of went in that cycle.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just weird. It couldn't have been hunters. It couldn't, I mean...
Yeah. Is there any way that people could get up here without us hearing it or knowing about it?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. I mean, if people came up here, we would know.
Yeah.
The gifting bowls, they obviously got hit last night. What do you think?
That was really interesting. If you haven't watched the YouTube video of the gifting bowls, the before and the after, it's just amazing. Yeah. It's really squatchy here to me.
Really squatchy?
And not because I want it to be, because I wasn't sure. I mean, I'm a believer,
Yeah.
but I'm also a skeptic too, because I haven't really seen one and
Right.
Heard one. But I think last night I heard more than one.
It's really squatchy here.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait for tonight.
Awesome. We're going to spend 2 more nights up here. You'll hear from Johnny Manson again in the future. I don't know if I'm getting myself in this, but this is Dr. J signing out. Thank you, Johnny Manson. Hasta la bye-bye.